Hey, I decided to re-record this because, I don't know, just feel like I could do the VOD review better. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times now. So, first of all, I want to mention that this video that I'm about to link you is very good. I would start at about 32:30 and watch about half an hour to 1:02:58 because Coach Shane works for the Dallas Fuel. He He teaches you a lot of Zenyatta tips and tricks, how to use cover, what kind of cover to use, who has advantages in what types of fights between Tracer and Zenyatta or Zenyatta versus Zenyatta. So very cool stuff. I would recommend watching Coach Zane. He's also a great person, has an amazing personality if you haven't heard about him. So we're going to watch your VOD review, and if I have to summarize what you need to work on, it's just like positioning, using cover, not standing near your tanks and not standing on the objective, because those are like the most highly contested areas. And so if you're not standing on those, you're free to like fire on the objective without being at risk. And what Zenyatta is supposed to do is stay alive, put Harmony and Discord from far away. You don't deal more damage if you're closer. Like none of his abilities have damage fall off. So that means you don't need to be playing so close, like in the front line. You can be playing passive. You have a wider view of the entire fight, so you know when flankers are approaching you. If you're up in the front lines, you can easily get flanked. Those are your main issues. So we'll see those things happening in your VOD.
My ultimate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
It's worth mentioning right now that Zenyatta is pretty hard to play in the current meta, but at a silver level, there's not likely to be an issue with that. If you see the other team running running essentially like Tracer, running Doomfist, those can easily take out a Zenyatta. Those are very scary heroes for you to deal with. If they're running Orisa and Sigma as like a combo on the other team, it's going to be very hard for you to get any value. So be careful. Be very aware of what Zenyatta is able to do, capable of doing, and if you're just getting taken out by snipers or whatever, you need to switch off. Okay? His ult is very powerful though, but it's not worth running him if you're constantly dying. In this composition, you want to place Harmony mostly on your Reaper, but also place it on people who are very critical next to you, unless Moira is actively healing them.
Let's go right down the middle.
Also, Junkrat and Zenyatta have some synergy that you both spam shields, and then they'll break. Then you are free to Discord anything you like because you have a line of sight on most of their entire team. Your team got walled off on the right, so it's good that you're rotating to the left so you can get Harmony on your team, but this positioning is kind of too close. This run could charge you, but your team is going to steamroll. You could place a Harmony right here on Reaper as well.
He's on my side. Dead.
Based off the sound cue, the Rhine did go for a charge onto you, so it was very dangerous. Like you could have died right here. Trying to risk healing this Reaper, and there's even more enemies bound to chase him. So you could have been playing more passively, wait until he gets right here because you didn't get your orb until he's right here. You could have done the same thing while standing at the back of the point. Does Does that make sense? Like, I know I'm telling you to be in 2 places at once because I first told you to play on the left side, so you can play, but you could have avoided this situation if we go back. Played right here over on the left. This Rhine probably wouldn't have charged you. You could still see your team. You could still see people coming up this way, and then you can peek every once in a while to give this guy harmony. And you can spam shields when they enter this area from right here.
He's on my
Pressing forward right in front of Reinhardt is a mistake.
side. Dead.
Using this pillar right here, or this little corner, is kind of risky because other, like, suppose his supports are just like walking through here. You don't know what they could be running. If they're running Brigitte, you will get stunned. If they're running, I don't know, Ana, you might get slept. Like, this position is too far forward that, like, if there were any other teammates right here, like off tank, another tank right here, you'd have gotten rolled.
He's on my side. Dead.
Yeah, can you hear that Roadhog, like, kind of shooting from right here? You don't see him right here, but
He's on my side. Dead.
yeah, if you saw that, there was a glimpse of him right there, and he could have easily hooked you if you're just standing right here. So playing the back of the point is much safer.
Hit this Reinhardt on the left. Never mind. He backed up. Down the middle.
After this Moira got to full health, it's taking you a couple seconds to readjust and heal this Diva who needs some healing, or put it on the correct, or on Reaper who is in the middle of engaging. He's already in. He's like doing stuff to their team. He's got confirmed a kill, but it would still be nice for him to continue getting kills and placing harmony on him. Meanwhile, there's some people out of position right here, and you're going to punish that, which is pretty good.
Off to the left. Zenyatta. Zenyatta.
You should have been holding that side from the first place, but there Zenyatta makes a mistake. You punish it. That's good.
This will restore you.
Right.
If they start pushing this way, yes, you do not want to be standing over here. You want to be I would be back of point right now, because you can see this fight going on somewhat, and you can see the fight going on the right side as well.
Oh my god.
I will.
Kill this bull. Keep it down. I'll be right back. I'm on my way. On my way.
You can see that Moira just finished off that Zen. You can place your harmony on that this Reaper before he takes that engagement with that Roadhog, so he doesn't die.
Thanks. Alright, I'm back.
Charging a volley does less damage than just left click, so whenever you're trying to spam down a shield, use left click instead of volleying.
You got a burner. Gonna try to push him around. There's Reinhardt. Go Reinhardt. Good job. To the left.
After you got that kill on Reinhardt, he was probably telling his team, "Oh, I shattered someone. Push in." Like, you don't want to push towards their team during a fight. Look how low that got you, and then even landing on the trap was unlucky, but because you're in such a risky position, this is how you end up dying. There's nothing you could do to save that Reaper, so don't feel too bad about that. Although I think once you saw that Reaper die, I mean, you should be playing these. You should not be up here without your Reinhardt. You got 2 picks, so you might think that it's okay to like go forward and like get more picks, but all you have to do is hold point for like the next 10 seconds and you win. Like going forward and dying is the worst thing you could do.
Get that Pharaoh on the left.
When you're transcendencing, you don't need to move because you don't need to move unless there's someone far away that you need to heal. When you move, it kind of confuses your teammates. They don't know, like if you stand still, they'll know where they need to stand in order to get healed. If you're constantly moving around, they have to adjust their position to get healed. So just be wary about that, and you end your transcendence like right around here, which is not a very good position. Like they have snipers, they can shoot you. Junkrat is probably lurking around somewhere. Right here is a death zone. Avoid this right here.
Can't shoot it. It's on the ground. Oh, somebody moved me. I think it was let's go to Reinhardt. Up middle, Junkrat, dead. Good job.
How long is this recording?
Are we going left or right? Let's go together.
This is really funny. I'm glad that at least they recently changed this where like he's able to teleport while he's midair. Like if this was like a couple patches ago, he's dead.
Right down the middle. Back up a little, Lee. Hey, that turret is gonna fuck us up.
Okay, this is not the right position to play. The point is the most highly contested part, so it's also the area where the most damage is going to be incoming. I would play exactly right on this ledge. You have periphery on the right flank. You can see who's in front of you on the left as well. You can see the point. You're not taking the same damage as them. You'll know when there's a flanker.
Right down the middle. Back up a little.
Staying on the point while it's locked doesn't make it cap faster. There's no need to be here. You can still deal the same amount of damage, but you won't get flanked if you stand back there.
Hey, that turret is gonna fuck us up if you get some kills. Good job. Behind us.
You would have seen all 3 of these, and likely you've been able to deal with them by rotating up here and avoiding these people. But you would have at least been prepared. Now you have to turn your back to their spawn. They could have respawners and destroy you who's on point. Your tanks have already pushed up. I mean, someone had to cap, but it shouldn't be you. It should be the tanks.
We got road. We got 3 of them behind us.
Because you're standing out in the open, you get a Harmony Orb, and this Roadhog is shooting at you. Or sorry, you get a Discord Orb. Their Roadhog is shooting at you. The Sigma should be shooting you because you're not behind this shield yet. could have easily been dead. He could have also hooked. You shouldn't have been alive.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Get the point.
Right now, all you guys need to do is group up. You guys are going to stagger because Reinhardt is dead. That's your main tank. Very valuable. Moira down here is going to get staggered. There's no... Like, I feel like you might have tried to drop down and help her, but she dies before that. So, like, if there's a dumb teammate like this, just don't try to go help them. Just back out. Just do what you can, but don't try to heal stupid people, you know?
Yeah, we'll get it back.
Enemy turret's not gonna bother us anymore.
Let's go.
There's a far right above you, and just like the Mercy VOD, you're not looking up to deal with it. Again, you just came from the right side, so I'd use this wall right here on the, not on the point right here, like further back next to the stairs. I'd use that wall to try to jiggle peek this. Yeah, I would discord. If you can quickly kill this Moira, I would discord her, but also the people, it seems like the person who's fighting, like this fight is going on, so you might discord them instead. There's 3 people in here. Going 3v1 is not very smart.
Alright, we're good. Back on push.
You're kind of, depending on your Reinhardt's positioning, wherever you stand, you want this shield to also be there. But Reinhardt's also playing this position terribly. He needs to be pushing right here. He's allowing so much space for them to just walk in. If he's denying this corner, they can't push past. Your Junkrat gets free spam, and they're stuck here. Instead, Junkrat has to push forward all the way right here and start spamming here, and he's all alone. He's gonna die.
Thank you. My ultimate is charged.
Don't push it. Well, not too far.
See what I was talking about? That Junkrat, since he had to press forward all by himself, even though he got that Roadhog pick, he trades.
I have ult.
You have to play relative to your position, your team. You want your Reinhardt to be holding this part right here, or up here.
For their next push. What else?
My ultimate.
In fact, this room right here is the hardest room to push on this map. Denying them from walking out of this room is the best defense.
Charged. My ultimate is charged.
Okay, so the 2 people that were caught in this, this is really situational. The 2 people that were caught in this were Reaper and Moira. They both have escape mechanics. In fact, Moira escapes it. Reaper does not. You could have saved this ult, but I understand why you used it.
Hog behind us. I got him. Watch that mid.
again, you're playing too far forward right here. Your Junkrat is playing on the other side. I'd stay next to him, and you still have sightlines of shooting people coming through here, but you would have seen this Pharah, you would have not died to this barrage.
She wasted that.
Like, you should have been playing back here. You can still see people coming from this way. You can still see the point. You can still see people peeking from right here. You can't heal the people back here, but they're just doing something stupid anyways. Play back here. Play where you can see the point, but also shoot the point. Don't stand on the point.
That.
They're all together. Alright, cool. Oh, yeah. Watch this thing. I understand. We are in harmony.
Alright, Rohan, you dead. Farah,
As
you dead.
expected.
Good job.
Okay. Let's see those nice 44% kill participation. Good job. Not like your stats matter, but you want to get this hero damage done to be as close to your healing done as possible. It won't always happen, but higher level Zenyatas can get this damage to surpass your healing quite easily. So it's good weapon accuracy actually. So nice job. Just don't play too close to the enemy because you're dying too much. You're getting like 2 deaths, even though this says 2 deaths. Like they were 2 deaths that shouldn't have happened, and the other team was just not effective. Okay. Watch this video. It's about a half hour long. Well, at least the part that I recommend. It will be very useful. I'll see you in the next VOD review.